Right, we're back, and it's another night since you've just been watching us fix that UJ that Paul finished off last night. It is now Monday night, and we're back now. We're looking at the centre. This is like the centre prop.
It's the rear prop shaft, and it's the centre. I guess it's the centre
like
bearing
bearing,
carrier,
isn't it?
Yeah.
So I ordered a new one of these anyway last year because I thought over time I'd replace all of this anyway, but it turns out this is absolutely knackered.
Yeah,
it's not doing a whole lot, is it?
I don't know if the bearing's gone in it, but the seal is in pieces.
Knackered,
if
right.
can you get that? Yeah. It's perish basically. So it's not going to last long. Get water in it, mud, it's just going to come apart, but it's not happy. So we'll fix that.
So I've got a replacement kit from Milner's, which comes with this bearing or this support.
Yep.
And it also comes with the UJ
and this
if
UJ.
we need to replace that, if that's a...
Yep, so we've got to take the prop off.
Well, I don't think we'd have to take that apart anyway to get it out,
there's a bolt. There's a bolt in here.
Right.
Well, there's a nut in here, I should say. There's a nut inside there. You undo that. This part of the UJ comes off that, and that slides apart. It just
right, so you don't have to actually split this UJ then. So we only need to replace that.
We're going to have to knock this one out.
We are, right.
Yeah, the same as we did with the front one. But
so we've got bolts at the back which go to the rear diff, as we did yesterday when you saw us take the
there's 4 bolts back there.
Yep.
And the front half just slides into the gearbox. It's splined. So nothing too complicated with that. It's exactly the same as taking the front one off.
Right, so
it's even the same spanner sizes by the looks of it, which is I can't remember because it's another day.
Yeah,
it's it was 14 mil and something. I think it was 12. I'll soon find out. Right, I'll get them off. I'll get some spanners. There we go. I can pretty much say this is never been taken off. It's definitely been on there for the last 100,000 miles, I would have said, Chris. Oh. Shouldn't do, it should be just below that fill level. No, we're good.
Hey.
You're not getting anywhere there. Let's put Peter there. Well, actually, the bearing's alright. Yeah, the bearing's okay. Just on the gates and everything that's gone on. It wouldn't last. Welcome back after the intermission of complex confusion.
So so guys, it's one of the handy things about being on the forums for whatever vehicle you happen to drive is you can ask people questions. And I just messaged Lee Knowles on the L200 forum. The guy knows everything there is to know about L200s, because we were struggling to get the circlips off because we couldn't actually work out how we're going to get to them.
I thought on this UJ here is just a flat plate. Now all the ones I've ever worked on before have the circlip on the outside so you can see them.
As did the one we did last night.
Like the one we did last night. On this rear prop shaft, the circlips are on the inside. So you know, you live and learn, don't you? You find new things. But yeah, the circlips are basically hidden in the grease and the muck on the back. So I'm just using a little 1/4 inch wood chisel that's nice and blunt, just to tap them round until they come out. So it's just a case of moving the grease out of the way and finding out where they start. And that one starts on the other side, so we're going to have to twirl this one all the way over and tap it till it comes out. Yeah, it's on the back side.
Right.
So on the opposite way to that one. That's already starting to move now. Pulled that out. You see? No, it's just one of them jobs where you've just got to feel for where it is, and it's there. Oh. And there you go.
There you go.
Easy when you know how, and if you don't know how, it's
Jump on the forum and ask somebody.
Yeah.
But not. Sometimes it's better to actually start to get to know the guys who actually know what they're talking about, because a lot of people have a lot of opinions on how things should be done.
Or you can watch this video.
Or watch this video. This is what we try to, because I asked the silly questions, you see.
And I've never come across one with the circlips on the back before, but I don't work on a lot of Japanese vehicles.
No.
So German
If you chop your arm
ones.
off, you've got Land Rover right the way through you.
Yeah, I look like a stack of Blackpool rock, don't I? So it's like Land Rover. Yeah, so that'll press it. We might as well take these ones out as well. Then we can just press this off. But it's always the joy of working on something you've never worked on before, is actually finding out new things. It's actually quite a good idea. I'm putting them on the inside. The edge of it. Should be.
Yeah. A lot easier to get out than the other time, wasn't it, from the outside? Because
I'll tell you what though, 1/4 inch wood chisel, perfect for this job.
yeah,
It's the best use for a wood chisel.
well, we don't go near wood, do we? So.
No. I found a use for a wood chisel. No, I do tell a lie. I actually chopped my thumb off with a wood chisel.
Right.
That's the one I had to have put back
Doing
on.
some metal work though, probably.
No, I was actually doing some woodwork. It's dangerous. Stick to metal. But literally, that's when I chopped my thumb off, was with the wood chisel.
That's one for John Smith, by the way.
Yeah. Five hours with the plastic surgeon having my thumb put back on. Cut it clean off with a wood chisel.
Right.
There we go. That's all of them. Right, we can just
press them out.
So exactly the same as the other one we did. Press them one
Two
way.
sockets. Push.
Pull the bearing cap off. Pull it the other way. So we'll take this long piece off first, so we haven't got to.
Keep manhandling it.
We'll get a couple of sockets. Yeah, it's a bit ungainly, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's even more so as it is a two-person job. Make it easy, isn't it?
Gonna need a short socket. Not very much. The problem is, there's nothing wrong with this. What's it? Is there?
No.
Something's got some leverage on there.
We're not. Might be. Should we not trapping it with this one on the other side? Maybe not got it quite in place.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it should be right.
Should go through, shouldn't it? It's just time. There's nothing wrong with this bearing. That's why it's. That bearing's actually really good because it's actually holding this. It's a shame to actually get rid of that, but there's no other way of doing it. It is moving.
Yeah, it's coming out.
Should we just warm it up?
Yep. That was the other day.
Just leave it out of there. I thought I'm getting a plasma cutter out.
So these, I take it, are like balance weights.
Exactly
So
what they
these
are.
two little tabs here, guys, are like your wheels. Got to balance something like this.
Exactly the same. That's where they balance them when you make it.
Paul's got fire again.
Yeah, but you're on the receiving
I know.
end.
I can feel it.
Should be glad I'm on a sat lane. Is that? There's loads of give on there, isn't there?
Yeah, Christ, that price goes up.
What, the settlings?
Yeah, expensive, aren't they?
Yeah. And you need a licence for the gas. Oh. Probably bar. Now it's moving. This is one where you need a press. That's gone a long way. Let's just have a look how much that's wedged on there. Let's press it into that. It's wedged on in it.
I think it's half the battle we've been having pushing
it into the socket.
Yeah.
I'll show you how much pressure we've put on. We've actually taken the edge off the socket.
Yeah. So it's slightly bigger socket is in order. Too long though, isn't it?
Probably.
There's the length on that one. What did we use yesterday then? Oh, these are this is the biggest one of them.
No.
Right.
That'll do it. Shorter. I think that's my wheel nut socket.
Yeah, do not do. That's
There we
yeah. Right, so that was the problem, guys, is that it was actually the socket was exactly pretty much the same size as what was coming
It was
out.
just binding up,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
pressing it in.
Right, pump that in there. It's late at night and I haven't had beer yet.
No. That's easy.
Yeah. It's a shame because there's nothing wrong with that. But we've got a new one separated. That's it. So we're not going to clear that, I will push it back. It's definitely in.
Spin over.
How awkward is the length of this prop
You
shaft?
would not be able to do this on your own.
No, this is a job where you need 4 hands.
Yeah. Or Mrs. Raptor.
What, you think she's never done this? Do you?
Yeah, you do know you can call me when you're doing things like this.
Do you? We've got to just do this. That's it.
So is there an inherent risk of breaking these when you put so much pressure on the side? If you've not got it lined up and you're
Not so much with breaking them, but more likely breaking the what's it off the bench.
yeah.
That's gone really tight again. That's gone in square, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's square, has it? Oh, right, hey. That feels surprisingly flimsy.
There isn't a lot to them.
No,
it's
really
only a tube.
Yeah.
I've got a little camera when I pull this out. We're just probably not being able to clear that one again. Sometimes it's just worth putting an angle grinder through it, saying, yeah, I don't have to press them. No, you're going to have to press it back. So what do you do on a Monday? Prop shafts.
It's either that or it could have been ballroom dancing.
Yeah, I'd
I'll stick with this.
have gone for the ballroom. I look good in sequins.
That video is still to come out, guys.
Nothing wrong with that.
Cool.
Put it in the bin.
Right. So now what we're going to take is nut off the end so that we can take this off in order to get this.
Right, let's get this in focus. Right, on the end of the prop shaft, yeah, that's it. On the end of the prop shaft here, there's a retaining nut that holds this, what should we call it, collar? Call it collar.
There's a fancy word for it.
There is a fancy word for it and it's too late at night to care. But yeah, so take this nut off, that slides off, and then you can take this bearing off. I don't know if it's pressed on, but we'll find out in a minute. Won't be pressed on in a minute.
No.
Because it'll be beaten to death. Right, what do you reckon? 22? Looks 22-ish to me. Something along those lines. Bet it's 24.
No.
That's 28.
27.
27? Oh, I was going to say. There you go.
No.
Oh, it's going to be that tight. Go on. Breathe in. Yeah, it's that tight. Let's warm it up. Because it's probably, I bet it's thread locked. Yeah, I was going to say, try the other way, see if it is a left-handed thread. Or it's just really tight. It's going, it's moving, I can see
It
it.
might be fucking spanner giving up.
No, I can actually see the nut turning. It's thread locked. There you go. Bit of leverage.
Yeah,
leverage. That is a lot tighter than you think it was going to be. That's going to be about...
It's amazing how much you get with that extra bit of leverage on that bar. So.
How to abuse cheap ratchets. That's thread locked, I can tell.
Yeah.
Look at that. Very fine thread with thread lock in it. Right. Right, now we've got to get that off. It's very warm.
Yeah, I'm going to hold it while you're on.
Oh, okay. I like burning myself.
Does it matter
Where it goes?
where it goes?
Yeah, it's in line with that one. So yes, it does.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It probably matters for the balance. But it's in line with that one.
Yeah, because it was slightly more.
It wants to come.
No.
It wants to come to there. So it's in line with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep putting that back on it. Never so clever as to.
This doesn't matter, does it? We just
No.
this has come off, or this
I don't know yet. I don't think it might be pressed on. Yeah, there's a collar back here. Collar's come off, and that still hasn't come off. Collar's away. So whether the collar there you go. You just pulled that off the bearing. So that's the bearing. Tools it for. Wasn't wasn't that happy that. Right, we have a pile of junk. It's a good job we're professionals.
In every way.
In every way, shape and form.
So it's definitely one way on, isn't it? It goes on one way, particularly, which is the way we took it off.
No, this bearing will actually go on either way because it's the same both sides.
Ah.
And like it's identical both ways. So now pressing it back on. Oh look, my glove's full of blood. I didn't even notice that. Ah well, these things. Right. Yeah, this one's slightly different. There was a front and a back on this one. There isn't a front and a back on the other one. How do you press this back on without damaging the seals? And a little piece of thin tube just to sit on the inside of the bearing race so it doesn't damage the seal.
Yeah.
Because that will seal on there. There's no problem with that, that'll just go on there.
And just screwing that wouldn't pull it all.
I'm just wondering if that will just press it on.
Press it all in.
Yeah, that might do it.
If it goes back far in the first place in order to.
Might want to clean the shit out of the inside of that. That's filthy.
So do we need to pack any of this with grease, or is this all sort of like
It's sealed bearings.
Right.
If you have a look on the inside, that's a sealed bearing.
right?
So whatever they put in the factory, that's it. Putting a bit of grease on the shaft won't hurt. That's what I always say.
That's what she said.
So yeah, it's always better. Yeah, I think we should be able to just press it on with the bearing, with the carrier. We'll wipe a bit of grease around the inside of that. I'll work out why the inside of my glove's full of blood.
Yeah, I've not actually noticed at any point when you know.
When I lost a finger.
Maybe it was when you were making that curry.
No.
We've seen you cooking and you've got it on video how dangerous things can get.
As long as it goes on square. Hang on. Where? Come on, so can't do any harm.
I suspected. Well, I was saying that.
There you go,
You
line
can
that
tap
up.
on this, can't you?
Yeah. So
Because that is.
can line that up with that so they're in the same plane.
No. Right over. That I would say is your.
That's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yep.
Unless we do that.
Yep. You're out.
That's the one, because it just went on, didn't it?
Just look out though, doesn't it quite?
Yeah, no, that's not right.
One over, isn't it?
You won't get it off now, will you? Yeah.
Right.
That's how you get those on, guys.
Washer.
12-foot breaker bar.
And that's yeah. So so there's no doubt it was locked.
Do you want to put some? I think there was locked.
Yeah.
I think. Do you want to put some on? As it's the prop shaft.
We don't want it falling apart.
Do you know where the lock? Do you know where the Loctite is? There. That's completely. Your 92-foot bar to crack and tighten it up with. And the torque setting for this is. But do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's spinning it in this. That Loctite will hold it anyway. There probably is a torque setting, it was probably in that manual somewhere.
So same as yesterday, carefully pull those off so they don't...
Right, so this one is slightly different because it's in the end.
Yeah, and it was in
The centre.
isn't it? Yeah.
It was in the centre, and so this doesn't matter which way round you put it back on. So same as yesterday, gently pull these apart, keeping the needle rollers in place. So
I don't want to be rebuilding now.
Not unless you've got beer.
Told guys earlier, while you weren't on camera, we actually took the truck just in and out of the garage just to see how the suspension kind of level out, because we've dropped it 3/4 of an inch on the front and we put the standard springs back on the rear from the heavy duty springs, and yeah, it was a world of difference just in those 10 foot that I drove. You could just feel it was more bouncy, a bit more soft, cushy. The knock that I used to hear when I first sort of pulled away seems to have disappeared now we did that UK last night.
One of the needles just fell over.
Right, you see, so
I just felt that with my hand when I was pushing it together.
so that's, you got to
That's why you push them together with your fingers first.
yeah. You said exactly this last night. All those bearings, those needles are just basically stuck in with the grease.
So we push that one into that side. Yeah, it's free now. I know the needles haven't fell over because I can push it between the two.
Right, yeah.
So if we just... It was just that bit of resistance, and you know that they fell
Yeah.
over.
You get a little bit too carried away and then you just crush your needle.
So there's no resistance on that, is there, when you're pushing it together? A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Keep going. Stop. Now go a little bit more. That's it.
Alright,
Right. There we go.
that's better.
Right, we'll put the circlips in that.
Do you want to plump it in there? We pop that.
Just push me in. How are we? Right. I don't know if you can see that, which you probably
Yep.
can't. Oh, you can, yeah. Yeah. Those are the little circlips there. And to put them on, it's just a swift crack with the hammer and they just pop on. But that's all sorted now.
Right,
So just do the same again. See what we can ruin this time. There'll be somebody somewhere watching this video going, "Oh, they're making a meal of that." Damn right we are.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily, it's a bit of a pig of a job.
No, we're just making a meal of it.
Yeah.
No, come on, no. We're just making it look harder than it is.
I don't have a vice as well, aren't we?
Trust me, you can ruin them with a press just as easy.
I imagine you can. So.
In fact, a lot easier sometimes.
Yeah.
I've squashed him in with the press. Oh. Right, I ain't going to square. It's just the back one is so long.
Well, should we push? Didn't we push one in first? So that then you're only fighting with one to keep one in place.
Yeah, we can do.
Push this one in first.
We can do.
Without moving that over.
Go on, I've got it. I've got it. It was tight to come out, that one was. There you go. It's in pieces now. There's a couple of bleed nipper. Grease
nipple on. Which is... Yeah. Oh, because the other one it was on the end, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is in a bag somewhere. We have lost the Zerk.
They're not in the bag of... Next
I
one.
just got it. I've got about 5 million of them in the drawer down there.
have. You've got about 5 million prop shafts everywhere as well.
You can never have too many prop shafts. There's grease coming out of all of those seals.
Cool. So guys, putting this back together is pretty much the reverse of what you saw when we took it apart. We're not going to kind of get underneath because we're covered in grease. We're not going to get too much grease on the cameras, crawling around the cameras under there. So Paul is just greasing everything up now. I'm greasing my nipples. And he's greasing those nipples. But all looks good. It's all nice and much firmer now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all good now. I'm just adjusting the grease nipple, it's alright, it's facing the wrong way.
So don't forget, click and subscribe if you enjoyed the videos. This wasn't probably the best of how-to videos because again we're covered in grease, we're manhandling things. It's hard to sort of keep grabbing cameras and showing you the close-ups of what we've done. But if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments. If you've got any ideas of how we could have done this and made it look a bit easier, pop it in the comments and let us know. And hit the subscribe button.